Alright, hey guys, this is Brian from Nintendo Game Point Plus. This is the Microsoft Xbox press conference thoughts. And to start off, that was a good press conference. That was a really good press conference. They had a really good thing. They kept the pace going. It wasn't a lot of developers sitting down talking. It was really good. I liked it. And that's the short version of it. But the long version is there's a lot of stuff to go through. There's a lot of stuff to go through. Like EA's, like this is how long EA's was. This is how long Microsoft's was comparative to it, because especially with the amount of content that they showed. But let's get to the first one on the docket. Xbox One X. Phil Spencer came out, seriously, that's what he said. Xbox One X. That is the Project Scorpio. He revealed the specs. He talked about how it's 4K Ultra HD, the highest resolution graphics possible. It is 6 teraflops, which, to be quite honest, sounds fake. It sounds fake to me. It sounds like something you just kind of gotta believe because it sounds so scientific and true that you're just gonna, okay, 6 teraflops. That's what it is. I believe you. I will not dispute that. It's going to be backwards compatible with all Xbox One games, which is a plus for both not only the conference but the console itself. Improved, and not only is it backwards compatible, it's going to improve the games as well. So games that on Xbox One that played it in 1080p will be the highest resolution console for that game. It will look even better and play even smoother and have less loading times, and basically it will be improved on Xbox One X, which is really cool. And something I just kind of had to mention is that it's the smallest Xbox, which is kind of, I don't know why it's so backwards in my mind, because PS4 Pro, because that's the only thing I can kind of compare it to, because PS4 Pro is bigger than Slim, but Xbox One S, which is the Slim console, is bigger than X. Okay, okay, I just kind of found that a little funny. But yeah, I actually like that they got it out of the way. The console was not hindered because of this announcement. And I say hindered because I remember at E3 2013, they revealed Xbox One, and there was a clear divide between 360 and Xbox One stuff, and they introduced it great. Here, it was introduced great, especially because made it very clear Xbox One games work with this, obviously. And so it releases November 7th, and it is $500. Okay, that's kind of, I know it was told before the press conference, but it's $500. I don't know if it's entirely worth it. Maybe if you want to upgrade, obviously, it's definitely good for upgrading. But I don't know about start off. But yeah, I definitely get it if I was upgrading. What do we have here? We have 4. So then they go into this amazing, because then they say, hey, we're going to show you the first game for Xbox One X, well, also Xbox One, but we're going to show you these amazing new graphics. And then I see this open desert field and this like amazing visuals. The visuals look amazing. And then I see like this person. I'm like, oh, we're like in this desert RPG adventure. This is going to be something amazing. This is going to look cool. Cut to cars. You cut to cars because it's Forza Motorsport 7. And then I'm like, and that's when I just like dropped my thing. I just dropped my notes and I'm like, yeah, I knew it. Let's see. All right, let's get a car on stage and then we'll be complete. So then they get a car on stage and now they're complete. Yeah, they put a car on stage, the 2018 Porsche 911 GT-RS. Great. I don't care. At one point, it literally became an auto show demonstration almost. It became like we're showing off a car at an auto show at one point, which is, oh, again, okay. Yeah, I'll accept it. But though, to be fair, the game actually looks really cool. The graphics looked really, really sharp. It has new different weather conditions, and the weather actually changed while you raced. It had these beautiful looking backgrounds and visuals. The racing, the racing looked good for Forza. I never really got into Forza games, so yeah. They had the two models came out who who played the game. I think because I didn't quite see controls in their hands, but I think one came out. They also said they're professional drivers. Does anyone know if they're actually professional drivers? I don't know for sure. But yeah, so Forza Motorsport, it's coming out October 3rd for Xbox One, Xbox One S, and Xbox One X. Uh, anyway, that was really cool. That was a really, again, a really cool thing. That was good. So then we move on to a new game. It actually is a new game. It was Metro Exodus, and I liked it first because the visuals, because when you first see it, the visuals look outstanding. That's something I will give every single game on this that they provide. Every single game on my list and every single game that they showed looked visually stunning. All the games looked amazing. So with this one though, I like first off the details of the helmet. Because first you're in this gas mask helmet, and has the character is breathing, and as he's going through, he's breathing, and you see the little fog like appear on his mask, and that looks really cool. And then so going through it, I'm like, okay, someone's gonna jump scare me. Someone's gonna jump scare me. Then suddenly, giant rat creature. Like there's this giant rat creature attacking. I'm like, oh snap, there's giant rats. And then so now he's shooting the thing and it bit him. And I was like, oh crap, is this a zombie thing? You infected, dude? Is this the last we're gonna see of you? No, it's just a giant rat creature. So then he goes through this maze, and then his helmet cracks while he's still down there. And it's like kind of like gas area, so it's like poison and he doesn't want to stay there down there. And you actually see the crack in the visor first person. That looked really cool. And then we open to the big world, and then there's this giant other more rat creatures and wolves, and then there's this giant mole creature too. And so he gets the mole, he blows up the mole. Well, he makes something explode on the mole like this with his crossbow exploding, and then he got rid of the mole. He got ziplined to a train, and overall, again, the game looked really cool. It's called Metro Exodus. It's coming out next year. This is one of those next year titles. But yeah, that looked, again, it looked cool. It looked like something, if I was really into Xbox like that, it's something I would play. It's something that's really cool. And then let's move on to the next thing that was really super cool. Assassin's Creed Origins. I heard about this. First off, I want to get this out. The assassin is black. That is awesome. Brother, let's do this. I'm weird, like, yeah, that's, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm kind of black like that. Yeah, I am. But obviously, it's set in Egypt, which is awesome. First off, it's set in Egypt, set in ancient Egypt. And there's this also interesting element of eagle vision, where you actually control this eagle that's in the sky, and you can, like, pinpoint accuracy, and you can pinpoint stuff all around. It looks really cool. There's also a battle arena where you can battle people, and I hope that's a thing. Like, you can battle players online and say, oh, I'm going to battle this guy and battle the other dude, and in this arena style thing, because that would be an awesome multiplayer feature. There was a giant snake in the end. Like, in the end of the trailer, there was a giant snake, and I'm like, wait, what? This is fantasy? Is this real? It was really cool. But there's one thing that I didn't quite like, or I say didn't quite like, but to be honest, I kind of felt rip-off-ish, which was the arrows. When the guy was jumping, he was using his arrow, and I was like, that looks cool, but at the same time, someone at Ubisoft played Breath of the Wild and thought to try to steal that, thinking no one would notice. We did. Yeah, but that looks like a really cool game. It comes out October 27th. I do hope it turns out good, because I know some people talk about, like, the Ubisoft downgrade, but I think it's gonna work out really well. I love Ubisoft. I can't wait for their press conference tomorrow, because Ubisoft's one of my favorite third parties. But yeah, that looks really fun. So then we move on to Player Unknown's Battleground. It's a game that was on PC, coming to Xbox One at launch. It's coming to launch, coming console exclusive launch. Cool. That's awesome. That's cool. If you like it, great. Then we get to a game that actually I really liked, which had this cool visual style. It's called Deep Rock Galactic. And when I first saw it, I thought it was hardcore Minecraft. It just looked really cool visually. It had this like kind of digitized, not digitized, like polygonal look, but it was so stylized and so stunning and so bright. That's what made me interested in it, really. So, excuse me, sorry. Yeah, that was awesome. Then we move on to State of Decay 2, and at first I was like, wait, is this Left 4 Dead? Or is this Dead Rising? And then I'm like, what is this? And then I read, oh, it's State of Decay. Apparently if you die, you transfer into someone else, and you have to set up like a base camp kind of life sim style or something, or I don't know. That was a little more of a thing for me. So it looked good, but it wasn't quite for me. It's coming out 2018. Another game that is coming out. It's a launch exclusive called the Darwin Project. And when I saw it, and I immediately remembered because this was the one where the developer came out and started announcing it in the middle of the game, like saying what was happening with the players. And I thought that was really unique and fun. And so, and seeing the game, I'm like, what the heck is happening? And it's like, and then what happens is there's this guy who kills somebody, and then there's someone after him trying to kill him, and he kills him instead. And then there's like 2 players left, and I'm like, is this like Hunger Games or something? Is Katniss Everdeen gonna come out and try to shoot somebody with an arrow? I'm doing this today, I don't know. But no, it's apparently this battle arena, and it's like a project. So I'm thinking like they capture all these people to study and see how they would react and if they can survive, and that actually looks really cool to me. So, and it's a launch exclusive, so that looked good. Then we got Minecraft. They kept it brief because they pretty much said that there's, with Xbox One X, it's basically saying there's a full cross-play thing going on with Minecraft. That is basically what they were saying. It's saying you can play with Xbox, PlayStations, and Nintendo coming together. Xbox, PlayStation, PC, and Nintendo. Which is really cool. I appreciated that. I love that it's a full crossplay. I love Minecraft is like that one universal game that everyone has, and so they connect with everybody. That I really liked. They also showed off the Minecraft Super Duper Graphics Pack, which is launching fall of 2017. I think it's Xbox One X exclusive. It makes sense. If it's not, correct me please. But I also like that because they said like this new visual style for Minecraft, and I was like, are you making like 16-bit instead of this blocky stuff? No, it's just really really high end Minecraft graphics, which I thought was cool. I thought it looked cool. It looked interesting, although at the same time, it's like, oh, cool. It was like, I'm glad you put it. I'm glad it's in it. It's not at all bad, but at the same time, like, okay, that's there. I mean, if I'm gonna get Minecraft, I'm gonna get it on Switch. So, okay. So then it showed Dragon Ball Z Fighter. That's coming in 2018. I'm sorry, Dragon Ball Fighter Z. I'm sorry, there's a difference. It's coming out in 2018. It's a side scroller. It's like a side scroller fighting game, which are the ones I kind of prefer. But the ones I kind of prefer sans Pokken and Tekken. That looked really cool. Coming out 2018. It was just touched on briefly. Then there was a game called Black Desert, and it just looked kind of weird and freaky. I think it's a launch exclusive. So, yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry. I mixed up the two. It was The Last Night. No, no. I'm talking about the right thing. Yeah, it's the Black Desert, and it kind of looked like Fable, like that old Fable Legends that got canceled. But I kind of thought, are they reviving this? Like, is it no longer canceled? But then I'm like, oh, it's a thing called Black Desert, and then okay. Then we saw The Last Night. That game looked awesome. It's kind of like the 16-bit noir thing with all the neon lights and going through the city. You're like this guy who's like has this guy at gunpoint at one point. He's going around the city. I kind of got this like noir feeling with it, and that was really cool. And that game I was very interested in, and that looked really cool. And I think it's another one of those console. I don't know if it's console exclusive or console launch exclusive, but either way, it's only on Xbox, and that looked amazing. So yeah. Then we had what I can only describe as someone at Xbox went on drugs for 5 seconds or something and made this trailer. Artful Escape. I don't know what to say. It's some. Oh crap! I moved the camera. I'm so sorry. Someone took drugs. Someone took drugs, and it looked so freaky. Yet it was awesome looking at the same time because it was artful. It was colorful. It kind of reminded me of the people who made Stick It to the Man and who were making Flipping Death for Switch. It kind of reminded me of that, and that is actually good because I love the visual style of those games. So I thought that's the kind of game we were going into. But yeah, it looks really cool. Artful Escape. Yeah, it looks cool. Then we get into anime looking game. It kind of looks like anime. It's called Code Vein. Cool. Coming 2018. Sea of Thieves. We saw in-depth look at Sea of Thieves. It looked really cool. The gameplay was really cool. I like it because I was finally convinced of this game because I thought you were just gonna be like on this ship and fighting off other ships, but no, you're actually exploring islands and getting treasure like a real pirate. And I just saw Pirates of the Caribbean recently, so I was into that, and so yeah, that looked really cool. Again, I was interested. Tacoma, I kind of forgot. Oh, I forgot about that. I honestly kind of forgot about Tacoma. If you're interested in it, great. Yeah. Oh, then, then we get into something I think is interesting because it's good, and something I think it's interesting because it's Microsoft's chance to copy Mario, pretty much. Super Lucky's Tale. And on one hand, I love it. It's a platformer. It looks like it was professional. It was an awesome looking platform. It was cartoony. It was cartoony. It was adventurous. It was fun looking. The characters looked fun. The characters looked outstanding. It just looked super cute and kind of cute. And I was like, yeah, I liked it. But at the same time, I feel like it's Microsoft trying to dig into that Nintendo money. Let's just get the money. Give me some. Like they went to Nintendo for some tips. How do we make a platformer? How do we do this? And then Nintendo said, make a cute character. Done. Well, I think that was the deal. We'll let you cross-play with us for Minecraft if you tell us how to make a good platformer. That, on the one hand, it looked adorable. It's coming out November 7th as a console launch exclusive. So, yeah, but at the same time, I liked it, but it felt like trying to get some of that Mario money to Xbox. Although, okay, it's alright. Then we get Cuphead. Cuphead has a release date September 29th. Finally. That is a game that I really liked. I love the visual style of that game because I used to watch Popeye cartoons all the time when I was younger. So I say young. When I came on Boomerang, when Boomerang was still good. That was awesome. And it's finally got a release date now. So yay! Crackdown 3. I believe it's a launch exclusive. And the one thing I remember the one thing was Terry Crews was in it. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, wait. Are they live capturing his face? Oh, no, he's actually just voice acting it, I believe. But it looked fun. That game looked fun. There's this one point where the dude picked up a car, and I thought like he was just like exaggerating a bit. No, there's a scene. Dude picks up a car, throws it at a giant robot. Instantly, I'm sold. Then we get into the indie games. Cool. It was the indie games section. This is where you kind of see a lot of the indie games. And I'm a huge indie game. I love indie games. One of my favorites probably is Runbow, and I hope that comes to Switch. But anyways, I love indie games. I love seeing all the interesting indie games because those are the games that always do something really outstanding in my eyes. So I love the look of that. And so I didn't list them all because I'm kind of going. It's going a little long right now. So those indie games were fun. We got to look at another game called Ashen, which was a console launch exclusive again. Again, they had a lot of console launch exclusives. So yeah, great that they showed that. Then they went into that's the Square Enix logo. And I thought, is this Final Fantasy? Are we seeing something? But then I remembered, wait, I think that's PlayStation only. So we then see this like modern looking thing, and I'm like, what is this? I don't know what this is. Is this something I'm supposed to know? And then it turns out it's Life is Strange. It's like a prequel to Life is Strange. And I saw it's going to be released episodically, and it's coming out August. And so I'm like, cool, awesome. All right. I never played Life is Strange, so I'm glad it's getting represented in this interesting story. It's a good game. It looked really interesting, stylistically and artistically it looked interesting, and I do kind of want to see the story, although it kind of looks teenagery drama-ish. That ranges. So yeah, that looked really cool. So then we saw Shadow of War. I think it was Shadow of War, which is the sequel to Shadow of Mordor. And this one, you get to forge an army of orcs and stuff. And I love the orc that they showed him. Like, you know, you should be. Oh, I like you. You're an optimist. You're an optimist. I am too. That's why I'm coming. I'm gonna kill you. I love that orc. I want him. I just want him. Not in the game, just period. I want that. It looked fun, although I'm not much in the Shadow of Mordor. I wasn't into that kind of game, but it looked good. Again, it looked good. So then we get into a game that I was most definitely invested in, and that was Ori and the Will of the Wisps. And I heard amazing things about Ori and the Blind Forest. I still am kind of sad that I didn't get to play that. But looking at this, I'm like, what? Wait, this kind of looks like Ori and the Blind Forest. And like when I see the visuals, first off, they had a guy playing piano live on stage, which automatically gets you awesome points. Anytime any E3 conference has live music being played on instruments by the professionals, that is awesome. We see these awesome visuals from the trailer. We see these beautiful landscapes, and then we see this. I saw this little owl creature. I'm like, wait, this kind of looks like an Ori game. And then I see a little like rabbit fairy creature, and I'm like, oh, this is Ori. What is this? And then to see Ori and the Will of the Wisp, and I'm like, oh snap, that was a perfect game to have that live orchestra feeling with it because of how the game actually visually looks and everything. So that is awesome. So then they get into some more technical aspects before we get to the final game. Then they said something that I'm interested in: original Xbox backwards compatibility. Or at least in my eyes, I think it's Virtual Console, kind of, because I feel like it's the Virtual Console for Xbox, and I will be fine. I will accept it, but I will also say this: there had better be Fusion Frenzy. If you've never played that game, it's awesome. It's a fun party game. I played it all the time when I was little. So after that, thought that was a good thing to go on. Although I also want to say, if they do that, you can't do the Now I understand it's hard to get some titles on there, but you cannot do that. What was that? That only select titles can be on here. We have a dedicated list and stuff. I'm like, no, you better not do that. So yeah, they also said that games like Gears of War, Halo Wars 2, and Halo Wars 2, Forza Horizon, those games, if you have them on Xbox One and you get Xbox One X, those games will be upscaled in 4K for free. If you have those games, you get free 4K updates. Awesome. And then we get to the moment I was really waiting for in this show when they introduced Anthem. And what I saw of Anthem was really cool. Now I do admit I didn't see a lot because I had to leave somewhere real quick. But what I did see, I saw the mech suits. I got a feel for the story of how these people are behind a wall, are like being guarded by a wall, and you are in this mech suit called Javelins, and you have to go out and help protect the world. Now, I didn't get too good a look of it, unfortunately, but from what I've seen, it does look really cool. It looks really cool. I saw how the weapon systems look unique. The mech suits kind of look good. It kind of had this Halo-ish Titanfall kind of feel with it. But it looked really interesting. And I give them credit that they save the banter that gamers have between people for this, but it was still bad. It was still bad the way they had that gamers talk to each other. Yeah, that was no. But I'll give them credit; they saved it till the end. But yeah, and that's pretty much your show. So for this show, I am very, very proud of them because I thought this was a very good show. This was an excellent show for them. Not only did they introduce a new console, they answered some questions, they gave us a look at it, but what I think they did really good was that they stressed that backwards compatibility was first and that you're not hindered if you don't have one. If you don't have an Xbox One X, you're not hindered. Because if you have Xbox One or Xbox One S, which it works, you're not hindered. So I felt that this conference was good because unlike E3 2013, where they literally split down the middle, hey, this is 360 and this is Xbox One, here they said, hey, this is all for Xbox One. This is all for Xbox One. Even if you don't have X, you get this amazing gameplay. You get these amazing games coming to Xbox One, which I love that they did because I think that is important to stress. And I also kind of want to touch on the name Xbox One X because it kind of does show an evolution. Xbox One S, the slimmer model, that's super affordable, and then Xbox One X, the super expensive one, but has the best stuff on it. That is good. In short, a great conference. It was definitely investing. It had some really good moments, but that was more of the games themselves and the presentations. If I had to say there were some slow moments, I think the only real slow moment I have to say is honestly there wasn't a lot of slow moments in my mind. I think the only real slow moment, if I have to give one, is if I really had to give a slow moment, I'd say it was Forza. And that's only by default because I didn't really super care about it. But overall, it was a really strong press conference. They introduced their console really well. I was very shocked at how invested I was in it. And I think it's because unlike EA, where I don't have like EA games, just not even with, because I have my cousins have an Xbox One and they let me play it sometimes. And so it's not that I don't own a console, it's that the games that they showed I just wasn't that interested in. But these games, I personally don't necessarily have an Xbox One, but I'm still engaged enough to say, that's gonna make me want to get an Xbox One or Xbox One S or Xbox One X. And that's something really good to do for your press conference. So for this prelim grade, it's definitely ranging around very high B plus. They eventually made it to that B plus range, B plus A minus, some around that scale. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Next will be Bethesda's. I think, depending on how long it goes, Bethesda's might come up tomorrow. But either way, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoy. Thank you for tuning in. Check out my blog, and I will catch you guys next time.